show up in the party. We show up in the party, fire than everybody.
We show up in the party, fire than everybody.
We show up in the party, fire than everybody.
We show up in the party.
We show up in the party. We show up in the party. We show up in the party. We show up in the party.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another wonderful afternoon here at Pro Shore Downs, home of the Maricopa Marshals. We have an amazing game here today between the Kaycee Knights and, of course, your Maricopa Marshals, who are currently in second place in the Southwest. Leading off for the Kaycee Knights is Roberto Garrett, going up against Joaquin Molina. Molina is playing his third game of the season and only has a single loss to his name with 13.2 innings pitched. So, without further ado, we will go to the field for the first pitch. And that'll be a quick fly ball to center field. And the game is underway. Up next would be Mohamed Carrillo, currently batting 277 on the season with 3 home runs. He is in the realm there in the chase for the home run title, which still has not cracked five. We still sit at five for the season. And he will pop up to second base. So an easy out for Collins. Up next would be Jorge Aguilar. Aguilar currently batting a 196 on the season with 4 doubles and a triple to his name. And that will be a fly ball to left field. Torres is there for the out, and the Knights are retired in order. And that will bring up the bottom of the first with Mark Collins leading off, who had an absolutely amazing game last time. And here's hoping that he can keep it going. And it won't be this time, as that's a shallow fly ball to left field. And that will bring up Ethan Butler, who's batting 259 on the season. And another soft hit does not leave the infield, and Butler is thrown out, and that will bring up Kelly Jennings. We've said all that we can say about Jennings here. She continues to be consistent, batting 386 on the season, and is also in the chase there for uh, her fifth home run, as well as being on a 12-game hit streak. So let's see if she can continue that today. And again, it'd be a ground ball to second base. So the Marshals also go out uh, in order, and that will bring up the top of the second. But before we do, some quick updates here. The Bricknell Bullets maintain their first place with the win, but the Claws, Carson City Claws, lost last game, which puts the Marshals in an even second place. There's no win. I lost my words there. But they get a break. The Claws lose, so no one's tied for anything in that regards. So the Marshals get a break there, and that will bring up Julian Walker. And Molina will earn his first walk of the game. So Walker is on board with the walk. And that will bring up Ashlyn Rory. Rory batting 163 on the season. And that will be a hard hit fly ball to center field. Sutton is able to make the catch at the warning track, but Walker will not advance on that. So there is one down, and that will bring up Ishmael Caballero, who is batting an even 300. You can see there he's also earned 3 home runs on the season so far. And another hard hit ball. So both teams definitely making contact. It's just they're not dropping there as they should. Uh, and that would bring up Leaf Juarez, who's batting 162 on the season. Leaf has only played in 10 games, and today prior to today's game, and is struggling. It seems like here in his sophomore season. Ooh, that will be a soft ground ball to third base, and an infield hit with 2 outs. So the I know we're only in the second inning, but the no hitter is shattered by simply a very softly hit ball, as the Knights now have 2 individuals on with 2 outs. And that will bring up John Fernandez, who is also hitting under 200. So looking at this, and obviously their win-loss column, you can tell that the Knights are struggling for contact. So we'll see if that continues in this game. Well, it doesn't, as Fernandez gets a hit, and they will be the first on the board as Juarez is able to advance to third. And so the spell is broken. And now the runs are just piling on as the ball is grounded to third base, and Butler is unable to field it, earning him an error, as well as a second run for the Knights. And that will be a hard line drive right to Butler. He redeems himself with a clean catch. So the Knights on 2 hits earn 2 runs, but leave 2 on base. And we go to the bottom of the second here with the Marshals now trailing by 2. And Felipe Torres will take the plate first. Torres, definitely one of the power hitters here on the Marshals, and hits a deep fly ball to center field and will earn the first out for Maricopa. And that will bring up Ivan Pena. Pena batting 250, has only played in 7 games up to today, so a little less than half of the season. And he will strike out. Of all the, Pena seems to be the strikeout magnet, so maybe some extra batting practice is necessary for him. But now we have everyone's favorite, and the individual everyone's been talking about, Tracy Sutton, who hit 3 home runs last game. When it came into the game with only a single home run, batting a little over 400, and then ended the day 3 home runs, all of them solo, and batting 458. So let's hope she has another performance like that. And hopefully that wasn't indicative of things to come, as the Marshals failed to get a hit for a second inning. But we go to the top of the third. And again, some news from around the league. The Spikes end the Crocs epic 10-game win streak with their own win of 3-2. So the Crocs still very much in first place in the Southeast, have have finally had their win streak snapped in half there. As Carrillo hits a fly ball to center field for an easy out. That will bring up Jorge Aguilar. And another fly ball, this time to left field. And that will bring up Walker, who was walked last inning. And he will earn a double here off the wall. So just like last inning, the Knights find some life with 2 outs, and that will bring up Ashlyn Rory. All right, and that will be a hard line drive to center field. So Rory will earn a single, and Walker will score from second. So the Knights now lead 3-0, and that will bring up Ishmael Caballero. And with a ground ball to first base, the Knights are finally retired, but not before they can earn another run. And just if you're interested in how the Knights and Marshals became rivals in the second season, the league championship between the Maricopa Marshals and the Knights. The Marshals beat out the Knights 3-1, and later went on to lose against the Sabertooths in Game 7 of the championship series. But since that time, these two teams, it's one of your hard knocks rivalries there. And clearly, in their first meeting here of season 4, the Knights are taking it personally. So, and have yet to let the Marshals get on base. Of course, as I say that, Lynette Mark hammers a home run to put the Marshals on the scoreboard, which is an excellent start with 1 out. And that will bring up Salvador Ford, who we've seen be a constant fixture here at the end of the lineup. As Ford gets on base for his first time up, and that will bring up Mark Collins, who flew out his first time up in the first. And Aguilar won't be able to get forward, so they go for the easy out on first, and Ford will advance to second. So Ethan Butler comes up with a runner on second, and we'll have a chance to tie it up with a home run at least, or at least bring the score within run with a base hit here. Uh, but that won't occur as it'll be a ground ball to third and cleanly fielded by Garrett. So the Marshals managed to get 2 hits, 1 run, a home run off of Lynette Mark before turning it over. And as we go to the top of the fourth, we just want to let you know that a portion of this broadcast is brought to you by Perry's Pest and Platypus Extermination. Mammals, reptiles, venomous or not, will eliminate them with just 1 shot. All right, and up next is John Fernandez, who singled and brought in a run his first times up in the second. And Butler will draw his second error of the game. So Fernandez able to get on base a second time, and that will bring up Johnson Kaycee. Kaycee reached on Butler's first error of the game. But a double play from Collins is able to end the inning. And we go to the bottom of the fourth. The Marshals still trailing by 2. And that will bring up Kelly Jennings, who hits a ground ball to Garrett. So again, except for the hit by Mark, the Marshals struggling offensively here. Although Torres does manage to reach first, we'll see what Pena is able to do here on his second time up. And Pena able to get a hit in, and Torres is able to get to third, which will bring up Sutton. And here's hoping for another round of Sutton home runs. And she will instead do the complete opposite and bounce into a double play. So we go to the top of the fifth, no change in scores. So last inning we talked about the Crocs losing. The Sabertooths, also in the Southeast, avoided elimination by beating the Tunbridge Trolls 6-1. And a fun fact there, that brings the Trolls losing streak to 6 in a row. So the Carabels or the Crocs snapped their losing or winning streak, but the Trolls just continue to slide here in the back half of the season. So we will see how they fare while the Seaford Spikes continue to dominate the Northeast division where the Trolls are. All right, and Carvalho will ground out to the pitcher, and that will bring up Jorge Aguilar, who has flown out to left field both times. Let's see if he can make it a threefer. It will be a flyout, but this time to center field. So the Knights go down in order, and that will bring up the bottom of the inning. And Ricardo Nunez, who has who started off the season very strong, and has since been very inconsistent with his hitting there. This time he pops up to first base, and Walker's there for the easy out. And we bring up Lynette Mark now. Mark, obviously, the big story in the game so far, and the only run for the Marshals here today. And now she's able to hit a 1-out double. So the Marshals now once again in scoring position. And that will bring up Salvador Ford, who hit a single his first time up. And he will be Simpson's second strikeout victim of the game. Simpson only on his fourth strikeout of the season. And so the Marshals now with 2 outs and 1 runner on base, and that will bring up Collins. And Collins hits an easy line drive right to center field for the out. So the oomph is just not there for the Marshals here today. So we will see how the rest of this game progresses. But if the offense can't turn it around, there's there's very little for the defense very little for the defense to do, as Ishmael Caballero will come to the plate. And the Knights will go down in order, and we head to the bottom of the sixth inning. You can see here the current hit streaks. Jennings currently on game number 12. Collins, the farthest, the closest behind Jennings is Collins, who's on a 6-game streak. But currently, if unless anything changes, this is where it'll end. And Butler goes down with just a single pitch, and that will bring up Jennings, whose hit streak will also be snapped if she can't get on base, which she does not. Uh, so that'll bring up Felipe Torres with 2 outs, and really just hoping to get anything started here. But that will not be the case. As we go to the top of the seventh, the last little bit here we have the Bonneville Bulldogs, who are still in second place, are on a 6-game win streak. So with Carabelle's loss and their continued winning, they finally were able to catch a break and catch a win on the Crocs, but they are still 4 games behind, and it's looking less and less likely that the Bulldogs will make it. They will be hosting the Maricopa Marshals next week, which will definitely make for some good viewing. As Caballero hits, or sorry, as Juarez hits a leadoff double, and Fernandez will hit a shallow fly ball to left field for the first out, and that will bring up Johnson Kaycee. And Molina will earn his first strikeout of the game. So just like that, the Knights are down by 2 outs. But as we've seen through this game, they they do their best work when they have 2 outs. And that will bring up Roberto Garrett, who is 0 for 3 on the evening. Alrighty. And as we come back from the 7th inning stretch, Ivan Pena will lead off for the Marshals. Pena struck out his first time up and then hit a single in the fourth. Let's see what he can bring to the table here in the 7th. Oh, and he has a leadoff single for the Marshals. So if there was ever a time to get something started, now would be so, as Sutton comes to the plate, having a bit of an off day comparatively to last game. And I mean, obviously you hit 3 home runs in one game. Unless you hit 4 the next, anything's really an off day, I guess. So, and that'll be a double for Sutton. So she makes up for her lack of home runs with a hard hit double to bring the Marshals 1 run closer to taking, or I guess to equalizing the game. And it does look like the Knights are beginning to have someone warm up in the bullpen in the event that Simpson seems to be slowing down, as he started allowing a few more hits from the Marshals. And that will bring up Ricardo Nunez, still with no outs, except now as Nunez pops up to the catcher. So Fernandez throwing his mask away to make that grab. And that will bring up Lynette Mark. Mark now has the chance who's 2 for 2, has the chance to uh, push the Marshals into the lead with a home run, or at the very least with a hit, equalize the game here. But instead, that will be a fly ball to the right field, and the Marshals will now be looking at 2 outs here in the 7th, and Salvador Ford at the plate. And they squander a wonderful opportunity to get another run in with 2 hits. So we go to the top of the 8th. The Knights still leading by 1, and the Marshals also themselves now have someone warming up in the bullpen. As Carrillo gets a leadoff single, and the Knights are ready to seal the deal here. Uh, Especially with how this game's going for the Marshals, one, maybe 2 more runs for the Knights, and I don't see them. I don't see them coming back. So Mark's able to field that ball, not able to get Carrillo, really the speediest of all the Knights. He's there at second, but they get the out at first, and that will bring up Walker, who has been really dangerous this entire game. And dang if Carrillo's not just kind of walking around the bases as the Marshals choose the force play at first. That will bring up Ashton Rory, who is 1 for 3 and has brought in the first run, or the the last run of the game for the Knights back in third. Oh, and Sutton is there to make the out to stave off some of uh, the additional score there. So the Marshals get out of a jam, and we go to the bottom of the 8th. The Marshals have 6 chances here to make something happen. All right. So Collins will go 0-4. I doubt he will have another at bat, which would then spell the end for his 6-game hitting streak. Up next is Ethan Butler, who's 0-for 3 on the day, has grounded out to second. Oh, nope, that's the pitcher. Grounded out to the pitcher, to third and to first base. So, and that will be a fly ball to center field, and that'll bring up Jennings, who is also looking at the end of her 12-game hitting streak if she is unable to get one to drop here. And it'll be interesting to see how that is scored. So it was fielded by Carrillo. The throw was wild, so it would be an error on Carrillo, with Jennings making it all the way to second, as Walker had to go had to run all the way to the dugout in order to get the ball. So we will be back with a ruling on that later. But for now, the Marshals all of a sudden have a chance to equalize here. Felipe Torres, 1-for 3 on the day. Again, a deep hit would be able to bring Jennings home, whereas a home run, obviously what the Marshals are looking for, would push them into the lead here. And he simply grounds to the pitchers. The Marshals once again squander another golden opportunity to tie up the game. And we go now to the top of the 9th. And Caballero will hit a little blooper to third. And that will bring up Leaf Juarez, who is 2 for 3 on the day, and make that 2 for 4. And it looks like John Fernandez will most likely be the final batter we see for the Knights as he grounds out. And that will bring up the bottom of the ninth. The Marshals needing something, anything to happen, uh, as they are staring at their sixth loss of the season there. And Pena will go down. So the Marshals are 2 outs away from another loss. But Sutton is up. Sutton only hitting a double, but bringing in a run. And this time she is able to hit a connect on another double. So Sutton doing her part for the team. It is now up to Nunez to really bring her home. So there's no reason at this point, unless you ground out to the shortstop, which Nunez does. So it will fall into the hands of Lynette Mark, who score the home run to really start the Marshals uh, and jumpstart them this inning or this game really. So let's see what she has to offer here. And that will be a major disappointment. There were 3 separate times the Marshals could have gotten the tying run home, but failed to do so as Mark grounds out to Walker, who really all he had to do was walk it to first base. So that will be it, folks, for today. The final score, Kaycee Knights 3, Maricopa Marshals 2. We will see you on Friday for the second game of the series. But until then, have a wonderful day.